This is the story of Independent Together. It started as a way to describe how we worked before the world turned inside out from the pandemic, from the layoffs, from AI. Independent Together, that was our way of saying we're taking back our agency. We decide our titles. We determine our value. We choose the work and the clients we say yes to. We're working for ourselves now, and sometimes we work together. Some of us became freelancers, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs. Some were still full-time employees with a secret side hustle. We wanted to evolve, to grow without waiting for a manager or some executive to determine it was time. We dreamed of experimenting with new processes and imagined how creative we could be if it were up to us. And most importantly, we had a hunch that the work and the relationships would feel so much better if we could work with the ones we loved working with, the ones we trusted in the trenches. So this new way of working created something entirely new. We weren't employees, but we also weren't 1099 transactions from Fiverr. We turned into this elite talent pool working with some of the biggest brands in the world. We designed brain surgery software, ran social media for a cruise line during the pandemic, taught the world's largest advertiser how to make TikToks. And for a while, this model was our differentiator. Because we didn't have employees, we could build custom teams based upon what the client needed, skill-wise, vibe-wise. And because there was no organizational hierarchy, everyone was trusted to jump in and do their thing. Clients got to work directly with the ones doing the work, which allowed us to cut out the middleman. So that's what Independent Together meant. Until I did some mushrooms. So there I was, experiencing the void before I ever had a concept of it. James was there. That's when the evolution of the phrase was revealed to me. I watched Independent Together shift from a simple positioning statement into a sacred remembering. Independent Together was another way of describing consciousness. I observed Source in its full unified state break into infinite amounts of fractals so that it could explore itself from every point of view. And then I remembered, I'm one of those fractals, and I'm also all of it. The droplet and the ocean. That moment would become the next jump in our brand evolution, and how crucial this truth would become to the future we were building. Independent Together is not a tagline, it's not a business model, it's a remembering of something incredibly ancient and rapidly emerging. So here we are, experiencing the dismantling of outdated systems of government, of business, of cults of personality, and these top-down models are crumbling. In its place are individuals coming into their authenticity and their power. When you're independent, you have more permission to fully be yourself, weird, wild, and ever-evolving. Your essence becomes your edge. And you realize that you weren't designed to disappear in order to appease the collective. You were here to embody the essence of your fractal. And when you embrace this process for yourself, you embrace it in others. When they shine, you shine because it's all the same thing. We begin to remember that we're not here to build new cages. We're here to create the conditions that set individuals free. This is the promise of the age of Aquarius. This is the frequency of the cross of Sleeping Phoenix. So how do we do it? How do we hold this paradox? We couldn't have experienced the unity without first experiencing the separation. Separate from each other, separate from the earth, separate from God. Is it possible to be fully ourselves and not lose connection? The resistance to this shift is a real-time death rattle, and the awareness of the shift is the birth cry of something new. So it's time to shed, to deconstruct, to tear down. What's the point in trying to replicate or copy what's no longer working for us? We need new agreements, evolving beyond legal contracts to soul contracts, collaboration, and commitments based on resonance, reciprocity, consent. It's time to design new systems that can evolve with our own evolution, to create new structures that support us instead of oppress us. Places where power is distributed, Leadership is emergent and everyone embodies their own genius. So that's the invitation, to become the biggest, most authentic version of yourself and to have the audacity to try to make money that way, at least while money's still a thing. So at Jumpsuit, we're not running ads, we're sending signals to the ones who are listening, to the ones who feel this too, to the individuals who already live inside of this paradox, to the businesses with soul who have outgrown the algorithm. Independent together is not a tagline, it's an awakening.